Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the newest wave of Hasbro G.I. classified 6-inch scale figures. These are all on the Joe side of things. We've got Courtney Covergirl Krieger, Stuart Outback Selkirk, and Vincent Falcon. I got these figures from Amazon.com, pre-ordered, supposed to arrive a couple months from now, and they arrived early. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, here's Covergirl on the front, looking kind of animated. G.I. Joe classified, Courtney Krieger, also known as Covergirl by Hasbro. One side of the package, got some Joe insignia. This is the 59th figure in the G.I. Joe classified line. On the back, here she is, all of her accessories. And at the bottom, a bunch of credits, and here is her barcode. Next, we have Stuart Selkirk, also known as Outback, and this is the regular version. We already received a Tiger Force Target Edition. He's the 63rd figure in the G.I. Joe line. What's that? Went from 59 to 63. Feels like we're missing a few numbers in there. Hasbro does weird stuff like that, kind of jumps all over the place with the release order. Here he is, all the accessories, posed up, and here's his barcode. And finally, we have Vincent Falcon, also known as Falcon. This is figure number 64. Here he is, accessories, posed up, and here is his barcode. So no further ado, let's open them up. Well, alright. Now to get these figures out of the package, here they are with all their accessories laid out, and they come with a ton of cool stuff. We have Courtney Covergirl Krieger, Stuart Outback Selkirk, and Vincent Falcon. These are all on the Joe side of things, and these are all really cool figures. Happy to add them to my Joe ranks. Outback here is the only one that's already been released, and this is by far the superior version. In this video, we're going to take a look at each of the figures individually. We'll check out their accessories, height, and articulation, and then we'll compare them with a bunch of other action figures. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's start off with Covergirl. And I will say, I didn't have any of these G.I. Joe figures as a kid, but I definitely would have enjoyed each and every one of them. They're all pretty cool. So here's Courtney Krieger. Her Joe name is Covergirl. She comes with a shotgun, a pistol, a wrench, and then a little computer or a little iPad or something. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So Covergirl here, she's on the Joe side of things. She's a nice sort of military type outfit, not camo, looks good, almost like a bomber jacket. I like it. Detail on the figure, the sculpt, very nice. Shirt, a little bit open, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. She's got the open fingered gloves. Looks like she's going to be able to holster a lot of her weapons. I love that. Combat boots. I like it. And just a closer look at her face and head sculpt. I think they did an excellent job on this figure. I really like the look she has. And her head is fantastic. Now let's check out her accessories. And let's start off with a wrench. Here's her wrench. Very basic. It's all black. There is some sculpting detail to it though. Here's Covergirl holding that wrench. She can use it to fix something or to fight somebody. And here she is, holstering that wrench. Now for a computer device, some sort of tablet or iPad. Almost foam, but a little bit bigger. Now it looks like it's the His tank on there, which is pretty cool. Upcoming Hasbro exclusive big Cobra vehicle. On the backside here, pretty much looks like a phone or tablet. Nice accessory. Here's Covergirl holding and going over the plans for the His tank. Here's Covergirl storing that device. I really don't like the fact that it's a screen out. That doesn't really make sense. Things like it could be damaged pretty easily, but the device is sculpted specifically to fit in that way. Now for a pistol. Sculpt is very nice. Ton of sculpting on the sort of chamber at the top here. Silver and black. It's actually very nicely done. Here's Courtney holding that pistol. And here she is, holstering that pistol. She can stow away all three of the accessories so far. I think that's really cool. Now for a shotgun. It looks like a pump shotgun. Pump there, different color, sort of military green. A little bit of sculpt on the handle there. Looks pretty good. And here's CoverGirl holding the shotgun. One hand on the trigger, one hand on the pump. Fits perfect. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, now let's check out her height. From bottom to the top of her head, she's standing at about 6.0 inches tall, which can translate to about 15 centimeters. A little bit on the shorter side of things. Now for articulation. Start with her head here. Of course, she can rotate from side to side. She can look up and down about that much. Can tilt her head from one side to the other. She has articulation at the top of the neck and at the bottom of the neck. Shoulders on a ball joint. Goes out more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. They go all the way in. Her wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. Ball joint her torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one on her waist, rotate around, forward and back. Legs, complete as a splits, ball joints. She has the drop down hips. They look kind of bad like this, but then you just push them back up. Forward that far, back not much. She's got thigh cut here. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. And then her ankles, forward and back. Tilt rock. The rotation is in the boot. Here she is, with a couple of other female Joe figures. Now let's look at Stuart Selkirk, also known as Outback. This is the second figure of Outback they made. The first one was the Target exclusive Tiger Force version. Looked a little bit more weird, had the tiger stripes on him. This is a more traditional version. A lot of companies like Hasbro, they'll release the little bit weirder or different version first, because they know people are going to want to buy them. Oh, this is the first time they've made Outback, let's get them. Then they're going to make the more desirable version later, encouraging people to buy them twice. Anyway, getting a little off topic here. He comes with a bunch of accessories, a large backpack, a shovel, a knife, an extra magazine for his rifle, a little flashlight thing, and a pistol. But let's take a look at him. Face looks pretty good. Strong, solid. He's a ginger, strong beard. Kind of makes you think he's from the Outback, Australian. I think that's the whole point. He's got sort of strapped gear on him. T-shirt says survival. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, combat boots. Looks like he can holster his pistol, flashlight, knife. I love that stuff. Camo pants. It all looks really good. I like this one a lot more than the other one so far. A closer look at his face and head sculpt. Looks like a tough guy. Kind of looks like Chuck Norris. So far, Wave looks really good. Both the figures look fantastic. And I wanted to point out just how mismatched the skin color is on his elbow compared to the rest of the arms. Looks horrible for the back. Now let's check out the accessories. Let's start off with the backpack. He's got this backpack. It's a large sort of camping backpack. Big, oversized, ton of gear, pouches and straps all over it. I mean, look at the bottom there, all those different pouches. Paint job is one solid color, which is kind of disappointing. If the straps were black, it would look a lot better. Looks like he can holster some of the weapons on the side, and has a peg for the peg hole in his back. Here's Outback with his backpack on. Now for a shovel. It's all done in a black paint scheme, which is kind of weird. I feel like silver would have been better. Looks like you can holster it there onto his backpack. A little bit of sculpting on the handle. Here's Outback holding a shovel. I don't know if he's supposed to be looking for buried treasure or what. And here's Outback stowing away that shovel onto the side of his backpack. Now let's look at his flashlight. It's completely cast in black. Could use a much better paint job. Here's Outback holding that flashlight. Now for his knife. Pretty regular looking knife. It's got a silver blade, some jagged pieces on the back. The handle done in black. Here he is, holding his knife, and here, holstering that knife. Now for his pistol. Pistol looks good. It's got a much wider chamber there. Looks like maybe it's got a red dot at the bottom. A little bit of wrap around the handle. Looks pretty good. Here's Outback holding his pistol. And here, holstering that pistol. Now for his main gun. Some sort of rifle. It's got a brown strap below it. You can see it's got a handle with a trigger, a little scope at the top, another handle at the front. Comes with a removable magazine there. Here's the rifle with the magazine inserted. Here's Outback holding that gun. He can hold it with either one hand or with two. Here's Outback with the gun strapped to his shoulder. Doesn't really work with the backpack on there, not enough space. You can also attach the gun to his backpack. That way you can stow all the items, the gun, shovel, flashlight, knife, pistol, all at the same time. That's one thing I love about the Joes. They utilize that feature very nicely. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, 6.5 inches tall. Going to translate to about 16.5 centimeters. Now for his articulation. Starting with his head. Rotate side to side, up and down, tilt. Same thing, articulation, top of the neck, bottom of the neck, shoulders, ball joint. Goes out a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got a butterfly joint between his shoulder and chest area, allowing his shoulders to go forward and back. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate, and it's going to be hinged. Traditional ab crunch. Ball joint his waist, rotate forward and back. Legs, does the splits. His gear is kind of obstructing that right now. Drop down hips, look bad like this. Push them up. Go forward all the way. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. Then the ankles forward and back. Tilt rock. Here's this new Outback, next to the Target exclusive Tiger Force Outback. I much prefer this new one. I prefer the white shirt. I prefer the red hair. Now for Vincent Falcon. His Joe name is Falcon. He comes with a beret hat, backpack, knife, and a shotgun. So let's take a look. Looks pretty good. He's got this little green scarf on. Military hair, short on the sides. Face, looks pretty serious. He's got straps here. Looks like we have a sculpted on knife. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Military sort of colored outfit. A little bit of camo here. Really nowhere else. He looks good. Closer look at his face and head sculpt. One thing I appreciate about all three of these Joes, they're pretty regular looking. Fit in nice with the normal Joe army. Now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with his hat. Here's his hat. It's a little green beret. You can see it's got a little sort of logo or insignia at the front there. Here's Falcon without his hat. Then with his hat on. Now let's look at his backpack. Done in sort of a military green color. It's got straps here, rope on the side, some cantinas, a big wire there, probably has a radio inside. It's got the peg to attach to his back. Here's Falcon with his backpack on. Here's his knife. It's got silver blade, jagged on the back, and it's got the handle there, a little bit of sculpting detail. Here's Falcon holding that knife, then holstering that knife onto his backpack. Now for his shotgun. Looks like it's a pump shotgun, has the extra shells on the top there. Looks similar to the one that Sarah Connor used in Terminator 2. This part here can go back, and you've got a little support there. Here's Falcon holding that shotgun, one hand on the trigger, one hand on the pump. Now for his height. Bottom to the top, about 6.3 inches tall, which can translate to 16 centimeters. Now for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, rotate side to side, up and down, about that much. Tilt from one side to the other, just like the other figures. Articulation top of the neck and bottom of the neck. Shoulders, ball joint, more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. Butterfly joint, forward and back. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Wrists, rotate, and hinged. Torso, ab crunch here. Ball joint his waist, rotate around. Forward and back. Legs, complete as splits. Ball joints. Drop down hips. Forward that much. Back, just a little bit. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. Ankle, forward and back. Tilt rock. Falcon. Here's Falcon next to Flint. When I first saw Falcon, I thought it was another version of Flint, but I'm glad it's a different character. Here are a bunch of Joes at a military outpost. These 3 new Joes are taking watch up top of the tower. And a closer look at these 3, ready for action. Now let's check them out. Next to some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Hasbro G.I. Joe figures. One thing I really like about this new G.I. Joe wave is all 3 of these figures look like they could be military officers. Maybe Outback least of the 3, but they all look like they could be part of the army. Here they are next to a bunch of other Hasbro G.I. Joe classified figures that have similar type looks, regular, militaristic looks to them. Now let's check them out. Next to some of their recent released Joe figures. Here they are, next to most recent releases on the Joe side of things. Then, next to some more recent Joe releases. And now, with some earlier Joe releases. And here they are, next to some recent Cobra releases. Here's my entire collection of Hasbro G.I. Joe classified Joe figures. These are on the Joe side of things. There's always good and bad. But with G.I. Joe, there's a bunch of gray and in between. I believe I have every single one and every single variation. And here's my entire collection of Hasbro G.I. Joe classified Cobra figures. I'm only missing 2. One is a light blue Cobra Commander, and one is the original Target exclusive Viper. I would love to get my hands on them, complete my collection. Now let's check them out. Next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how they fit in, both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix them with. Since they're Hasbro G.I. Joe figures, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start with my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. But first, let's check them out with some of his Hasbro brothers and sisters. In front of you are Hasbro G.I. Joe classified figures, and some Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. Then, with some Hasbro Fortnite Victory Royale figures, and here, with some Hasbro Indiana Jones figures. Then, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and here they are, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Here's this wave of G.I. Joe figures, next to some different various pieces of silverware. And here, with some Mayfix figures. Then, next to some Mattel, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse figures. And here they are, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. And now, next to some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here they are, standing with some NECA figures. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here they are, with some McFarlane toys. Then, with some DST or Diamond Select toys. And finally, next to some Jack-specific wrestling figures. So overall, these are some really cool G.I. Joe figures. It's a really solid wave. All 3 of the figures look very nice. Face sculpt, their body, their outfit, paint job, articulation, accessories, it's all fantastic. I'd say in order from my favorite to my least favorite. It's probably going to be Outback first, CoverGirl second, and then Falcon third. Although I really do like Falcon. It's not saying it's a bad figure. Just very impressed with the entire wave. They all are pretty much home runs from Hasbro. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.